Unmute. What's up? Can you hear me? Hello. GM, Oz, can you hear me? Bukes, can you hear me? Oz just jumped onto the leaderboard, getting some points this morning for being the first in the chat. What is up? What is up? Good morning, guys. Oh man, it is too hot in here. I'm sorry. I gotta turn the fan on a little bit. I hope you guys don't hear that sound there. It's on low. Um, that was so weird. Whatever. So the title screen that plays, it's only like a minute long, but there's a loop function so that you can have it loop and play over. I usually check the box. I guess I didn't check the box because I was finishing writing my notes. And the next thing I know, I look up and I am on screen. I was not supposed to be on screen. So we'll peek behind the curtain for the two special viewers of the morning. Good morning, Oz, and good morning, Bukes. What is up, gentlemen? How are we doing today? Happy Friday. What's going on in y'all's lives? Speak to me, talk to me. You know I need interaction, okay? A feed off of the interaction. I don't need you guys to take this into some wild tangent and get me off course. I got a page of notes I got to get through. Um, but I love talking with you. I do. I really do, gentlemen. Um, you guys want to come up? Always down for a little session. Oh, anybody want to chat this weekend? I'm a free man this weekend, free man-ish. That's probably the biggest thing um of the weekend is that my wife and son are leaving to go visit one of my wife's childhood friends and her family out in I think it's technically Nevada, yeah, Carson City. So let's say like a 5-hour drive for them. And me and the girls are gonna stay at home. Been been fun adapting to my father-in-law. Well, that's interesting. What's going on with that? That's very interesting. Yeah, father-in-laws, mother-in-laws, they're very interesting people. You know, it's the people dynamic, right? It's the relationship dynamic. Sometimes the in-laws have your spouse's worst qualities more than they have your spouse's best qualities. Um, so I want to say it makes it a little harder sometimes to be with. I think they have the same qualities, right? For obvious reasons, right? They're the parents of your spouse. But since you don't have that deeper connection that you would have with your wife or your husband, um, the romantic, the relationship, the whatever you want to call it, the spark, the sometimes the more negative stuff can come and burn a little bright. That may not be what you're talking about, but that's where I went with that. So 80 years old, and I'm making him feel comfortable, but he walks around asking permission for everything. Oh, okay. So he feels like he doesn't want to take over, he doesn't want to step on your shoe. That's good. See, that's respectful. That's that's a guy who has respect, doesn't want to be a burden on the family. Um, but I can see your side of it where it's like, dude, your family, you're in the house, be be whatever do whatever you need. You don't need to ask me for permission. Like if I can see how someone asking for permission all the time can be annoying, but like Dylan saying, it's a good thing he's be thankful he's not entitled. It could be worse for sure. There's definitely a worse situation, but I can still see that taking some adaptation from you. I can see the little ones annoy him. It's hard for older folks with the little kids. Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot with my in-laws. So my wife's mother absolutely like loves, adores, and cherishes my children to the likes that I've never seen before. And I love that in her. Like I respect that in her. I wish that my parents were that way. I wish that all grandparents were that way. But just like you're saying, she's older, so for and can't keep up with these little monsters. They just go and go and go. So now I tend to hover more than I want to. Yeah. So there's definitely a point when I can see and my wife can see that grandma's getting annoyed a little quicker with the kids and getting bothered and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely have to be on the watch for it. It's but it's amazing. It's amazing having them, the grandparents, in the life of their children. It's really cool. Um, and I like to we like to point it out. Like we like to point it out that grandma's getting to her point in hopes not to like disrespect for her in any way, shape, or form, but to help the kids understand that like not everyone has their energy. Um, no two people are the same. So it helps kids kind of see that, you know, you need to kind of not change a little bit, but like adapt to who you're with is kind of the best way. It's just like how they, you know, they we always talk to my kids about the difference between school and home. And it's like when you go to school, like you're relatively quiet. I really hope that you're not, and I know you're not, because otherwise the teachers would be calling us, that you're not just like blowing up loud, having fights and doing all the crazy stuff that you're doing here. So they get it. They know. It's an interesting balance and one I didn't think I could do, but as all things we surprise. Yeah, isn't that great? Humans are crazy. Humans are great. We're great. High five, dude. Good job, people. Um, keep it up, dude. Yeah. It's really interesting. It's like they say when like you're making goals for the year and for 5 years and 10 years, it's like you make these goal sheets and you try to imagine what you can accomplish in a couple of years, but if you look back you're like, wait a minute, I can't believe I accomplished all that in the last couple of years. And then sometimes you just end up writing on the page, you're just like, I have no idea, but I can't wait to figure it out because it's always something really cool. Yes, this book in particular, The Daily Dad, does help a lot with these kinds of situations. The other book, The Daily Stoic, is a good one as well. Yeah, like Dylan mentioned, thankfully he's not entitled. It's like every morning, a little perspective, and then easier to handle. Yeah. So that's been my most latest hack of life over the last like 4 years is that f- just just getting to sleep a little earlier, right? Just really just shutting down that phone and stopping that scrolling and stopping the streaming and whatever, the whatnots, whatever it is, just a tad bit earlier so you can wake up just 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours earlier to sit in peace and quiet, open these books, which get your brain juices flowing. Listen to a podcast again that gets your brain juices flowing and gives you a different perspective, a different reflection point. And it is very helpful to go into the day of complete and utter chaos, right? Because no matter how planned our day is, the world certainly tries its best to turn it into chaos. And if you have kids, which if you're here, you most likely have kids, it's literally their duty. to turn your world into chaos. And yes, I said duty. Um, yeah, that was a fun tangent. See, I love that, man. You drop some words in the chat. We go a different place. We went into parenting. How great is that? Look at this. It's like it's a parenting. Because the words on my page are just nonsense, really. I was gonna talk about my day yesterday, jam and riff a little bit as the show juiced up and started. I had a decently good day, super busy. Bailey was with me. Her friend wasn't ready to take possession of her, so Bailey got to go visit some job sites with dad. She was on the show yesterday, as you guys all saw nervously. She's not here today. She did not wake up for call time, so that's very disappointing because I invited her. Um, and so we had some good job walks and tours. She was liking the houses. Then we got to my new job, which is kind of like a remodel. So she's like, I'm tired. I'm gonna stay in the car. And man, I was in and out of that house for like 2 hours, and the poor girl was just chilling in the car. I was like, "You bored yet? You bored yet? You sure you don't want to come in?" She's like, "Nope, I'm good. I got my phone." And so she just kind of vegged out. And then I dropped her off with her friend. She went to TikTok headquarters. They had a blast. She said it was super cool. They had great food. She got to see like a in studio TikTok live. She got to meet a bunch of people. So she had a good time. And I was like, "Hey, did you ask for a job? Like, you're 18 now. Like, you starting to think about that stuff." She's like, "No, I think they hire at 21." And I'm like, "Yeah, but like, ask. Ask what it would take. Ask what qualifications they're looking for. If you come back when you're 21, try to start padding your resume over the next 3 years if that seems like a cool place to work at." Um, and she wasn't vibing on that conversation, so I know when to pull out of those conversations with my daughter. She very much, I could see it. I understand it now after 18 years. So I finally caught on. Is just try to talk about stuff, but then shut the fuck up when she doesn't want to talk. It's a hard thing to learn. It's a hard thing to have all the answers in your dad brain, and then your kid shut you down and just be like, "Okay, I can't talk at you forever, so I'll wait. I'll wait, little girl." Mm. Um, had a bunch more meetings yesterday. Had a Finally had a semi uncomfortable, went okay, but then turned out to not go okay conversation with my existing client, who I think I've told you guys about. They're just hacking money out of my contract left and right, and it's really not sitting well with me. Um, I'm losing a lot of income this year that I thought I had. So I think earlier in the year I was telling you guys like I'm safe for a year. Now I'm feeling not safe. So I had a conversation with the husband yesterday on the phone after having an uncomfortable conversation with his wife in person on Tuesday. And I thought it went well until I received a call from the wife, which I was on the phone, so I did not answer. Thankfully, because I don't think that one would have went well. Because her text was kind of like a bomb drop. It was kind of like, "My husband tells me that you're not feeling well about the job. Are you looking for an exit? If so, we need to meet so you can tell me what I need to do." And I'm just like, "Geez, Louise, okay." Like I knew that was one of the scenarios we were going to, but yeah, she just went out there and bluntly said it, and it just sent me into a spiral the rest of the night. Conversations with my wife, conversations with my friend Scott, conversations with myself, all that kind of stuff. It was rough. I woke up thinking about it, like first thought coming out of my brain, which whenever that happens, I know I'm in a bad spot. So it's not necessarily going to be a fun day. It's not necessarily going to be a fun weekend. I have a lot of thinking to do about this situation, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. So don't know what to do, but hey, we might do some, since wife's away, dads will play is the scenario. We might do some weekend shows. So if anyone's around and wants to talk, I can certainly use some chatting people. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, dude. I wrote on here, boom, night fucked. Weekend. I don't know what that word is, but weekend probably too is probably what I meant to say. So yeah. Yeah, it was not good, bro. Not good. But we move on. My father-in-law loves to just jump up here with your father-in-law. We'll just have a good old-fashioned talk. My father-in-law loves to chat too. Um, that's a very true story. Wait, where's Bailey? Yeah, I know. Exactly. She actually opened the show, but when she saw that you weren't the first GM and instead it was Oz, she just she just bailed. She went back to bed. Sorry, Galen. Good morning though. Good morning, Caitlin. Dude, I'm so bad with Spanish. 4 years in high school, straight A's, cheated a ton. Like, no idea. My father in law also loves to chat. Nice. Chatty father in laws. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Anyways, let's get to this beautiful reading by Ryan Holiday. What do you guys think about it? Caitlin doesn't have it, which, plenty of people have said that to me. So I always have the thought, how far into this show do you guys go where you're like, wait, there's a book? Like Oz knows their book. I know Dylan. Dylan was a funny one. I think Dylan's one of our longest running listeners. And I can't remember, but it had to have been a year or like episode 400 or somewhere like that where he was like, "Wait, you guys are talking about an actual book or like I don't have the book or something along those lines." And I sent him, like an image and a screenshot of the book so that he could get it. So I don't know. I don't know how can I do better about referencing this book so that you all read the book so that we can all talk about the book. This is the point of the show, really. Year and a half, right? Year and a half. Yeah, and so that's true, Oz. When new people come into the show, I try to like give the spiel. Told me the first day and I forgot about it. And I waited for a book to be brought up again. And it took a few yeah. I tell first people, I had to talk my father-in-law out of getting 10-week-old oh gosh. Dude, yeah. That's my favorite dog, by the way. That's the dog that I grew up with as a kid. And I've always wanted to get another one. But, they are a little bit harder to like, their nature is more like wolf and hunter gatherer like, so it just takes a little bit more caution and concern with children, with other animals, and then they also shed, like, a ton, so it wasn't like my wife's, jam on that, but my kids absolutely love it as well. Bailey was talking the other day about getting a husky, when she grows up. I've known nearly the entirety of the time I've listened that there's a book, just never got it. Gotcha. I do such a good job explaining it that you feel like you don't need to read it, even though we are at minute 18. And I have not brought it up, but here comes David, my constant and most best reminder that we are supposed to be reading. The title today is Show Them What's Possible. Okay. We're in the month of helping our kids figure their S out, right? And we're not talking about their whole life, their whole career. Like I'm kind of there. I got me an 18-year-old. David's in the season of like his kids got their life figured out, right? David, right? Your kids know way more than you at this point. Yep. If my father-in-law has a lot of health issues and limited mobility. Yeah, right. That's just wild. Those things need to run. Those dogs need to run. He needs himself a Frenchie. Um, they love that old man life. They love that limited mobility life. That's my jam right there. I'm not about like going on long walks with with don't get him a kitten. Cats suck. Um, but I do not promote any cat talk on this show whatsoever. Season. They rock my world, my concert. Yep. Allergic to cats. Everybody's allergic to cats. Just some people are in denial about it. It's a true fact. Anyways, guys, I did not like this reading at all. And then I downloaded it into Chat GPT and Chat's perspective on it really helped me a little bit. So it was just the reading was too much about high level like athletes and presidents and writers and stuff like that. And for us common folk, that still feels very much out of reach. Like I know you're supposed to go in there and be like, you can be anything you want, children. But in today's world, in reality, um, I don't think that's true. I don't. Not with parents like me and my wife. Like we're not those people. I feel for a kid to go that high into the ranks, they need in today's world, they need fully dedicated and committed parents w- once they come out of the womb. Like if you want your kid to be president in today's world, you need to start the day they're born. You need to have a good relationships. You need to be able to work that grind all the way through. I just don't see it. But ChatGPT's perspective on the situation was not of that. It really took the reading a lot better than I did, flipped my brain around, and I now have a little bit of a sense of appreciation. Dogs, I relate. Cats, not so much. Dogs greater than cats. Sorry, Oz. I didn't mean to like smack you down, dude. If you're a cat person, like we can still be friends, like 100%. Um, I had cats growing up. I had dogs growing up. I had lizards. I had birds. I had all the things, and dogs are the alpha. It just is what it is. Cats are okay. I mean, they're just whatever. Uh, but ChatGPT reframe, reaching high goals. Nope, that's the thing I just said, Dominic. Yep, here we go. Show your kids that you are living with passion in whatever you can, right? So we don't have to aim for the highest highs. We just have to show our kids that working hard, having passion, being committed to a goal or a series of goals or a job or a marriage or anything, um, can produce great results that we want to build our lives the best way we can through hard work and dedication versus wishing and hoping for things to turn out. Right? I love that reframe. Thank you, ChatGPT. Oz is allergic also, but my wife brings home anything in trouble. What a good woman. But also, gosh darn it. Two dogs, including German Shepherd, Husky mix, two kittens right now. We're keeping alive by feeding every 3 hours. Wow. Wow. Oz, that would be me, but our family cannot be near cats. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I feel like that would be I feel like that's gonna be my middle child, Brooklyn, wanting to bring home everything once she gets to that status of life, but being allergic, to everything. So I hope at some point she gets the ability to get those allergies out of in check. I know from a friend, actually, the family that Bailey went and visited, so the family that we were good friends with that moved out to Florida. Actually, this person, this dad, Derek, he was one of the key people in my life that started me on this journey. He was the nutritionalist that I became friends with. Um, we met at the when the girls were doing cheerleading. So the first couple of days of cheerleading, we were standing next to each other, and he did what most parents don't do. He turned to me and introduced himself and started a conversation with me. Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. We became a friend. We became friends. He welcomed me to join a city dads club that I didn't even know exist, even though I had been in that city for I had Bentley by that time, so it would have been 10 years. So he welcomed me to join it. And he was a nutritionalist. So he's one of the first people to help me with diet and nutrition. So yeah. So Oz has three boys, 9, 3, and 2. My cousin is 23 and has 5 to 6 pets. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. So you got three boys, a wife, a father-in-law. 2 dogs and 2 kids. You don't need to tell me all the other things you have. I'm already stressed out for you, buddy. Okay? 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 But anyways, I don't know how I got on the tangent of the friend Derek. How did that happen, guys? Do you guys know where I was going with that? Oh, allergies. His son, Callan, is one of those kids that's allergic to everything, like peanuts, shellfish, eggs, dairy. I don't know what you call them, but he is a very allergic kid. And his dad, being in the nutrition and like life hack industry, um, has had him over the last couple of years. It's been a while now in some sort of program, breaking him of his allergies. And through small steps, baby steps, lots of watching, all this kind of stuff, medicines. I don't know what the whole thing is, but essentially the kid can now eat peanuts years later. Like I think that was the worst of his allergies. So I think they went through like the different easier nuts, the different things like dairy and whatever. And so the process for Callan was incredibly hard, excruciating, expensive, all that kind of stuff, especially because I think the clinics here in California, so they would fly back from Florida very often. Um, my hope is that one day that becomes a little bit easier for normal people to just get a quick shot or take a daily GLP-1 type of shot and just not be allergic to cats and dogs so that my daughter uh, can one day enjoy those fluffy little furry little things that she loves so much. Because it bums me out that that the girl in the family who loves animals so much has the allergies. Like if Bailey had the allergies, it wouldn't matter, right? And I kind of think that's, maybe there's a little bit of it where it's like because Brooklyn has the allergies, she's more attracted to the idea of dogs and cats. But I don't know. Kids are crazy, bro. Ladies, say all guys are dogs. Pick your definition. They all might be true. Yeah. Right? All guys are dogs, but everybody loves dogs. Only way to do it is meds, saline rinse, Flonase, and repeat. Yeah. Yeah, we give her the Benadryls or the whatever, like when we know she's gonna be going to our friend's house that have like bigger shedding dogs. She seems to be okay for the most part with our little dog. We keep him off the furniture, out of bedrooms, that kind of stuff, so to kind of minimize where he can go around the house. Sorry, guys. I'm trying a new Celsius flavor today, mostly for my wife, but it's pina colada. It's okay. It's not bad. It's no peach vibe. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. It's 5:59, guys. We are ready to close the show. Um, Stoic lesson of the day. This is a this is a weird one. Nah, it's not a weird one. This one makes sense. Hard. It's a little difficult. I miss it. Oh, okay. Did it go somewhere? It's back in stores in my area. I saw it on the rack. It was all discount, all that kind of stuff. As we grow, be careful not to abandon others who are not doing the same, right? And it's a good lesson. Too much caffeine. Oh, that's right. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You're doing that whole pregnancy thing. You gotta tone that down for sure. For sure, for sure. You don't want that baby doing backflips in there or becoming a caffeine addict or coming out with a Starbucks apron or anything like that. Like my kids. Yeah. We're in the status of growth, right? When you're in the status of growth, when you're trying to do something, trying to commit to a better life, either intensifying your wisdom, your taking to the next level in your work, in your personal health, whatever it is. Be careful that you don't um, have too much separation between the people that you love and the people that are around you. Not everybody's on the same journey as you. Not everybody's on the same path as you. Everybody has their own timeline or thoughts towards growth. So it can be very hard. I know I went through a lot of this with my wife, where when I was in the early stages, I was definitely doing a lot of stuff, talking about a lot of stuff. I was bringing stuff up, and she was feeling very much that I was talking down to her, and um, that I was thinking less of her because of what I was learning or what I was doing myself. And I've tried many times to tell her that no, that's not the case. You know, I'm seeing new perspectives that I haven't seen before, and I think that you could benefit or find value in them as well. Not saying you have to. I'm not saying you're a shitty person because you don't. I'm just saying, 3 years ago, I didn't know this thing. And now that I do know it, I like it. It makes sense. And maybe you'd like it. That's all. Yes, I am pregnant, Dom, but that's fine. I just want consistency. And I just miss it so much. It's okay. We got this. Okay, just walk. Caffeine can make you crazy. Psh, David, walking makes me crazy. Just do like your brother. Just walk and talk into a camera and then post it. Day 1427 of Soggy's thoughts with a hat, without a hat. I don't know. Just look at my face. Just absorb, just absorb the morning, but rock your world. Nah, we have Yes, boarding game weekend with the friends. Let's go. Well, I overslept big time. Yeah, dude, I texted you. Come on, man. It's Friday, bro. Thought this guy was out on the golf course partying. We're running the long show. You can just jump up and we'll double dip this. I'm just kidding. I'm ready to go, buddy. I'm ready to go. But thank you, bud, for walking in and saying hello. Good morning. Yeah, Caitlin was late. You know who got the points today? Oz got the points. Oz didn't even know the points existed, but Oz got the points today. So congratulations, Oz. You got 10K. You beat out Caitlin. You beat out Bukes. Ugh, you beat out MP because they all slept in. Newborns will rock your world. Hell yeah. We just slept so Oz could get points. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. About to head to the course now. Ooh, nice. Nice. Have fun, man. Have fun, everybody. Have a great day. I might do some weekend shows. MP, if you wanna jump on this weekend, if you're free and not at the beach, let me know. Like I said, my wife's out of town with Bentley. So we can do Saturday special, Sunday special. No time. No question. Maybe I'll get the girls. Maybe we'll do it inside. You guys can see what Dom looks like when he's with air conditioning. We never know. Right on. GM, I'm definitely out for Saturday, Sunday TBD. Mm. Caitlin's gonna come up live on Sunday. Guys, you hear that? We're finally gonna get to speak to Caitlin. Interesting. That'd be interesting. But as I've said a bajillion times, have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. If you're working, I'm sorry. If you're not, have fun. And I will see you potentially tomorrow and Sunday if I am feeling up for it. Let me try to play this music. There we go. Title screen. Bye. Well, that was fun, guys.